Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Kazette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Harrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun play action, looking for a man, has him down the field to his brother Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Thursday evening from Castleton. Tonight it's Region 1 Volleyball featuring the Central Cass Squirrels and the Lisbon Broncos here tonight. Part of our pregame show brought to you in part by Olson Accounting. Go to colsoncpa.com. That's colsoncpa.com. The Central Cass Squirrels and the Lisbon Broncos enter play here tonight, where we're on the back end of Region 1 Volleyball. We've already reached the midway point for both of these teams. There are going to be few matches, then more so in the coming weeks here for both of these clubs, as you're about just under a month away from the Region 1 Volleyball tournament that begins on Friday, November the 8th for the playing matches, and everything goes to Kindred that following Monday for the quarterfinals. The Lisbon Broncos here, 4-15 so far in the season, 1-5 in Region 1 play. Head coach is Megan Johnson. They went 1-3 in the Lisbon Enderlin tournament on Saturday, and were swept by the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers on Tuesday in Lisbon. After tonight, the Broncos make their way to Carrington for a tournament on Saturday where they match up with Wahpeton, South Prairie Max, and Hazen before they go up against the Enderlin Eagles on Tuesday in Enderlin. Well, for the Central Cass Squirrels, 16-4 on the season, 4-2 in Region 1 play. Head coach by Dana Stansberry here for Central Cass. It was an awfully good Saturday for the Squirrels, winning the Deluxe Burlington tournament over Grafton in the championship. Then on Tuesday, they swept the Hankinson Pirates in a Region 1 contest. Just like Lisbon, Central Cass makes their way on Saturday to Carrington, where they will match up with Deluxe Burlington, Beulah, and Thompson, part of the Carrington tournament in pool play, and then they will make their way to Fargo Oak Grove on Tuesday. We'll have that match for you here on yourliveevent.com for that Region 1 contest as well. We'll take a quick break. Still to come on our Olson Accounting pregame show, we'll let you know the latest Region 1 standings, and it is a log jam in the middle right now from 3 till about 7th. We'll go over games that happened on Tuesday, talk about what's going to happen tonight, all before our coaches' conversation and more here this evening from Castleton. It's the Broncos and the Squirrels. I'm Chase Miller with you for Region 1 Volleyball here on yourliveevent.com.
Its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community, and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Say goodbye to boring birthday parties and corporate events and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org, or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
As we continue on our Olson County pregame show here tonight from Castleton, let's take a look at the Region 1 standings here this evening. For Fargo Oak Grove, they are number 1, followed by Wymer-Lidgerwood, currently second. Maple River tied for third with Northern Cass, Central Cass, and Kindred. Then from there, Sargent County currently in 7th here for the Sargent County Bulldogs. Oak Grove 2 games ahead of everybody over Wymer-Lidgerwood, who's second. Then Maple River, Northern Cass, Central Cass, and Kindred all at 4-2, and they have matches against each other as well. Sargent County then is 3-4 for the Bulldogs, and Hankinson currently 2-3, currently 8th. Top 8 again will 1 through 4 earn a bye into the quarters. 5 through 8 earn a play-in home match. Richland then currently 9th at 2-4, a half game ahead of Enderlin. Lisbon at 1-5 and 11th, and Tri-State currently in 12th. Out-of-town scoreboard back on Tuesday nights. Northern Cass winners at Nelson County in a sweep in a non-region contest. Oak Grove, as we alluded to earlier, swept Lisbon, and the same for Central Cass against the Hankinson Pirates, with the Squirrels down Hankinson. Wymer-Lidgerwood with a sweep at Tri-State. Sargent County winners in 5 against the Richland Colts, and Kindred down at Maple River in 4 sets back in Kindred on Tuesday night. Your out-of-town scoreboard here this evening, also in Region 1 play. Richland at the Oaks Tornadoes here in a non-region contest, also a non-region match, will feature Hankinson at Ellendale. Also tonight on YourLiveEvent.com, out at the Raider Activity Center in Tower City, Tri-State at Maple River. Alex Hoffman will be on the call for you on that one. So just 2 Region 1 matches here today. We'll get a little bit closer to find out what's going to happen. All the teams will play 11 matches, but right now Oak Grove firmly in first place. Wymer-Lidgerwood again a half game above Maple River, Northern Cass, Central Cass, and Kindred for second place, and Sargent County hanging in the weeds down there currently at 3-4. That's a look at your out-of-town scoreboard and also your up-to-date Region 1 standings. When we come back after this, we'll hear from the coaches. First up will be Megan Johnson of the Lisbon Broncos. Then we'll hear from the Central Cass Squirrels head coach as well with Dana Stansberry. Again, this is our pregame show brought to you in part by Olson Accounting. If you need help with your monthly accounting or payroll, let Cindy and her staff give you a hand at Olson Accounting in Lisbon. Rely on the friendly team of professionals for all your tax and accounting requests. Go to colsoncpa.com. That again is colsoncpa.com. Back after this here in Castleton.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Guiding light.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullus & Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullus & Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance Gullus & Olson Agency.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
As we continue on our pregame show here tonight from Castleton, it is the Lisbon Broncos going up against the Central Cass Squirrels. Joining us now here from Lisbon, she's the head coach. That is Megan Johnson in this Region 1 volleyball matchup here. And Megan, you get to this point of the season, as we were alluding to beforehand, you know, it's crazy to think you got about 3 weeks left to go. November's here, which means the region tournament's about a month away. So what do you want to see from your club today going forward before you get to postseason volleyball?
Yeah, earlier this season we were talking a lot about where to hit and where to put the ball, and we kind of strayed away from that the past couple games. So tonight our goal is to smart play, like put the ball kind of in smart positions and not just power swinging.
Is there, speaking of power swing and hit by a volleyball there, is there anything particular in the region that has kind of made you scratch your head, or being it more wide open maybe than it has been in recent years? Just talking with a lot of coaches, a lot of them said it was probably going to be pretty balanced, and it seems like Region 1 is pretty balanced on any given night here, Megan.
Yeah, I mean, when we look at scores after games, we are kind of flabbergasted at who beat who and who's up now at the top, and I mean, it switches every week, so it's really cool and kind of interesting to see now it's kind of leveled off and that everyone's kind of playing the same game.
Let's talk about one of your seniors here, the libero, Haley Qual. Just what have you seen from her performance so far this season?
Yeah, she started off libero, and then we had to kind of push her outside with sickness and injuries, and now that we've kind of gained some more hitters, she's back in the back row. She's always been a staple. She was last year for me, and she is this year again. So keeping her leadership and keeping her out on the floor is something that really benefits us.
And then you got a little bit of seniors. You got a lot of underclassmen as well in the starting lineup. How have you seen those underclassmen kind of just also mature, so to speak, on the volleyball court this season, Megan?
Yeah, they started off really weary, not really sure, like to step over a senior or something or call the ball off, and now they're kind of getting into the habit of, okay, yep, like I can step in front of her, I can take the ball for her, I can swing, and the seniors won't be mad or anything. So they're starting to step up and kind of know their role, and the seniors are really guiding them there.
Megan, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck tonight here against Central Cass.
Thank you.
And again, Coach Johnson with us here from the Lisbon Broncos. We'll continue on our pregame show after this.
Geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. They're agronomists in culture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip, while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
As we continue on our pregame show here tonight from Castleton, it's the Central Cass Squirrels going up against the Lisbon Broncos for Region 1 Volleyball. Joining us now from Central Cass, she's the head coach. That is Dana Stansberry here. And Dana, it's obviously been a fun time. Crazy to think you got a month left before you get to postseason volleyball here. But what's one thing that you've liked from your squad taking the championship in the DLB tournament, coming back with a sweep against Hankinson earlier in the week as well here, Dana?
You know, it's been a team effort. Everyone on our team, our coaching staff, we've been putting all the effort in that we needed. They've been playing as a team, communicating together, and I think as long as that keeps happening, we're headed in the right direction.
What's something that you like about Becca Kegley so far here, particularly in the last couple weeks of volleyball?
Becca has stepped up into her role as a libero so well right now. She's passing, she's moving, she's running the defense, she's giving us ideas on what we need to adjust, and her leadership has been huge for us.
For you guys here, Dana, moving forward, what's one thing you want to see from your club, both here tonight against the Lisbon Broncos, but as you get to these Region 1 matchups that are going to really determine what seed line you are, because it is a logjam right now in the Region 1 standings.
Isn't that the truth? The biggest thing for us right now is our offense. We need to start running all of our options and not going back to comfort movements, and we need to challenge ourselves and move the ball around a little bit more.
As you get to this time of the year, is it more so the lights at the end of the tunnel because of postseason volleyball, or is it more so I would like more practice, I would like another game or two before you get to those games that quote-unquote really will determine what your season will be?
You know, we have played a lot of ball, and we will play. We're going up to Carrington on Saturday. I'm ready for a couple practices so that we can tweak and just make some adjustments that we need to make, again, offensively.
Dana, it's always good to see you, and best of luck here tonight against the Broncos.
Thanks, Chase.
And again, Coach Dana Stansberry with us here from Central Cass. We'll continue on our pregame show after this.
Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District, from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
Guiding light.
As we come back here in our final segment on our Olson Accounting pregame show, we hear from the coaches. Still to come, we'll get to our starting lineups and the opening serve here this evening. Last season, Central Cass 1-4 at Lisbon. This year, the Central Cass Squirrels brought back a core, a nucleus from last year's team that went 16-17. Well, for the Lisbon Broncos, they were able to play in that 8-9 matchup in the Region 1 volleyball tournament in that play-in match, hosting the Kenner Vikings, coming up short. And the one thing that happened in that particular season-ending match here for Lisbon is they graduated a ton of seniors from a season ago. This year, 4 seniors on the roster with Quall, Bergerman, Webb, and Wiletsko, but a very youthful club as well that's getting some varsity action here this season. Well, for Coach Dana Stansberry here, you got Kegley, Fontaine with Ellenson and Cotton, part of your seniors, and then a really good core of sophomores and juniors here this season for Coach Dana Stansberry. It was cross-country night. They honored 3 seniors from the cross-country boys and girls cross-country programs here as well. It's also a dig for a Kira night, as both the Broncos and the Squirrels will be in their all-pink uniforms. Lisbon will be on the right side of your screen. Central Cass will be on the left side of your screen. The Broncos trying to get to 2-6 in Region 1 play. This is their 20th match of the season. While for the Central Cass Squirrels, looking to improve to 5-2 in the region. This is their 21st match of the year, and then 48 hours from now, both of these teams will be making their way to Carrington to play part in that tournament before they have Region 1 matchups on Tuesday. Crazy to think we're nearing the midway point of the season. It is also the final 2 high school football games of the year coming up, with one of those being on Friday night. Hillsborough Central Valley making their way to Lisbon on YourLiveEvent.com, while the Central Cass Squirrels will be traveling down to Oaks for Friday night football. That does it for our pregame show. When we come back after this, it's the starting lineups and the opening serve. Again, Olson Accounting, if you need help with your monthly accounting or payroll services, let Cindy and her staff give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for all of your tax and accounting requests. Go to colsoncpa.com. That again is colsoncpa.com. It's the Lisbon Broncos at 4 wins and 15 losses, head coached by Megan Johnson, going up against the Central Cass Squirrels, the mark of 16-4 on this season. Back after this in Castleton here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop, and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial, and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton, or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
In today's fast-paced world, your business needs more than just numbers. It needs an alphabet roadmap with Olson Accounting. A is for accounts payable, where every dollar counts. B stands for balance sheets, keeping your finances on track. And C represents cash flow, the lifeblood of your business. At Olson Accounting, they're more than just number crunchers. Discover the difference with their trusted expertise, personalized service by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back. With an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill, you'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Riverside Building Center in Lisbon, North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
As we get you ready for the starting lineups here for the Broncos of Lisbon, they will go like this here this evening. Haley Quall, a senior libero at 5'6". Quall again at 5'6". From there, Bryn Wiltsey, a sophomore at 5'6". Bryn again will be a sophomore. Brinley Differding, a sophomore at 5'4". Differding at 5'4". Emerson Schwab, a 5'8" junior middle hitter. Schwab at 5'8". Cameron Hoff, a sophomore middle hitter at 5'7". Taryn Gilbert, a sophomore middle hitter at 5'11". And then from there, Ava Adair, a freshman setter at 5'6". So again, Quall with Wiltsey, Differding, Schwab, Hoff, Gilbert, and Adair here for the Lisbon Broncos. Head coach by Megan Johnson for Lisbon. Their last state tournament appearance coming back in 2008. They made it 3 consecutive years in 06, 07, and 08. 4 state tournament appearances all time in program history. As we turn our attention now to the Central Cass Squirrels. After a really good weekend, taking the Des Lacs Burlington Volleyball Championship, the Central Cass Squirrels, head coach by Dana Stansberry, as they will roll like this. Abby Kovervig, a junior setter at 5'6". Kovervig again at 5'6". Isabel Thompson, Izzy for short, the 5'8" junior outside hitter. Rebecca Cagley, the senior libero at 5'7". Whitney Mitchell, a sophomore at 5'7" here. Ava Cotton, another senior outside hitter at 5'10". You have Aspen Preen, a junior middle blocker at 5'9". And then Liv Severson, Liv for short, the junior middle blocker at 5'11". One more time for the Central Cass Squirrels. Kovervig, Thompson, Cagley with Mitchell, Cotton, Preen, and Severson here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Central Cass taking a look with 15 state tournament appearances, last coming in 2017. 3 state titles in 94-02, and alongside 2011 here in program history for Central Cass. That does it for our starting lineup. So when we come back after this, it's the opening serve from Castleton for Region 1 Volleyball.
It's beginning. The Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Broadcasting here today from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth here in Castleton. Stock Growers Bank is your small town bank and big time partner with Stock Growers Bank mobile app. Experience banking at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Bank near so you can go far with Stock Growers Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Chase Miller with you here tonight. The Central Cass Squirrels on the left side of your screen, and they're kind of dark pink tops here tonight, while for the Lisbon Broncos and a little bit of their dark and light pink uniforms here this evening on the right-handed side. It's Region 1 Volleyball, opening serve here at 7:20 on a Thursday night, and they will get underway with Kovervig here from the service line for Central Cass. This one dug out in the back by Lisbon. Adair sits this one up to the outside. Gilbert over the block. Kovervig backs it on the way. Here's a right-handed swing by Mitchell out of play, and the opening point will be awarded to the Lisbon Broncos. So Lisbon will take the opening point here tonight in Castleton. Serve upcoming for Lisbon will be with the aforementioned setter, Adair. Adair to serve, dug up by Cagley. Good pass, as this one is going to be tight at the net. Just unfortunate, much to do anything there with Ava Cotton, and the Lisbon Broncos are up early. Lisbon back to the service line here with Adair. Good start for the Visitors here tonight. Mitchell will have a chance, right-handed swing. This one gets across. Qual is there, good pass by Adair to the outside, up and down for the point. Differding with the kill here for the Broncos. Makes it 3-0 early. So good job for Lisbon early on here. Anytime you can get on the road and get a good start like this, that can go a long way on the particular volleyball match, as Izzy Thompson gets this one across, and she's going to get the first point of the night here for Central Cass on the Bank North scoreboard. So 3-1 Broncos as Ava Cotton heads to the service line. As this will come into the middle, Adair set, outside left-handed swing on the way from Lisbon by Wiltsey. This one gets across by Mitchell. Dug out there by Qual. Adair back set. Wiltsey this time unable to get that one over the net on a hitting error. Makes it now 3-2. So after 3 consecutive points by Lisbon, you get back-to-back points here by Central Cass. Cotton will continue to serve. Broncos free ball over on the third. Where does Central Cass go? Kovarevic set outside. Here's a monstrous swing on the way here for Thompson. And we're tied at 3 apiece. Tied at 3 here tonight, Region 1 play. Cotton with the serve. Central Cass in that logjam, currently tied with 3 other teams for third place in Region 1 play entering the contest tonight. Thompson at the attack line. Here's a bump on the way by Qual. Right-handed swing by Lisbon with Differding. Outside, Thompson with another attack. This one is going to get deflected, and Thompson is going to earn another kill. She's got 3 of them here, and just like that, the Squirrels on a 4-0 run. First lead tonight on the Bank North scoreboard here for Central Cass. Cotton with the serve, but this one will be a serving error. First one for either club here tonight. As the Broncos with Brindley Differding to the service line here. Good pass by Kegley, but it'll be a little tight. And finishing this one off here for the Lisbon Broncos will be Taryn Gilbert. Makes it 5-4. Service here for Lisbon. This one flutters across the net. Kegley, Kovarevic. Right-handed swing across the way for Central Cass with Aspen Preen for the points. Aspen's going to earn the point here for Central Cass to make it now 5-all. Second tie here of set number 1. As the serve will be by the aforementioned Preen. Lisbon back set, right-handed swing. Gilbert is there. This one dug out by Broughton. Chance opportunity for Thompson on a little roll shot. Call set outside, right-handed swing by Schwab. Thompson able to chase this one down. Free ball over then on the third. Qual just had a little miscommunication there in the back row with Differding. Point will be awarded here towards Central Cass to make it now 6-5. Squirrels lead it by a point. Service upcoming for Central Cass by Preen continues. Back set, Gilbert with the push across over on the third. Kovarevic set outside. Right-handed cross-court swing by Thompson. Have a net violation on the Broncos. Makes it a 7-5 lead here for Central Cass, their largest on the Bank North scoreboard. To learn more, visit ibanknorth.com. That again is ibanknorth.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Broncos here with a chance. They get it over on the third by Differding. Tied at the net, Kovarevic. Eventually, Preen gets this one across. Adair set outside, right-handed swing. No touch at the net after the swing by Schwab. Makes it now 8-5. Both of these teams will be moving on up, so to speak, next season, as they will be in Division A when it comes to volleyball, similar to what we saw in girls and boys basketball last season for Central Cass in Lisbon. Right-handed up and over for Thompson. Lisbon here set on the way. Pushed across back left corner. Good pass upcoming. Pushed to the middle. Right-handed swing and a kill. As Liv Severson earns the point to now make it 9-5. We'll see where Lisbon officially does goal as well. They're kind of in that in-between in terms of enrollment numbers to possibly B and B for volleyball. There's going to be an ace on the way to make it now 10-5 and a timeout for Megan Johnson. We'll take a break with them after the ace here by Preen on your liveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Ace on the way for Central Cass, their first. As you do have a timeout on the floor, this timeout brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual. At Cass County Mutual, they provide insurance products to all of southeastern North Dakota. They're a local company providing local service to all their policyholders. Visit CassCountyMutual.com. That's CassCountyMutual.com to find an agent near you. Central Cass on a nice little run right now, an 8-2 run, as it'll be a service error out of play, their second. And just like that, after the timeout, kind of like freezing the kicker when it comes to football, the Squirrels will give up the serve right back here to Lisbon. Lisbon with Taryn Gilbert for the first time tonight serving. This one will be back right corner. Good pass there by Broughton. Backset on the way. Here goes Mitchell. Gilbert's is there, able to help it out for the Broncos, and they get this one across on the third by Schwab. Kovarevic set. This one by Thompson, able to get it across the net. Tight. Here's a right-handed swing on the way for the Broncos by Hoff, unable to get over, makes it now 11-6. State volleyball tournament this season at the Fargo Dome, as well the Dakota Bowl when it comes to November and postseason cross country. We got regionals this weekend. State is in Jamestown later on in the month. Already had girls golf wrapped up, so you get to this time of the season as Bussey earns her first ace of the night. Second for the Squirrels. It's a busy time in prep sports. Here's a good left-handed swing on the way by Bryn Wiltsey. She's going to get the kill. Makes it a 12-7 contest. Broncos heading to the service line with the senior setter at 5'3", Bergman. Bergman to serve back right corner. They got to help it out here. They do with Cagley. Free ball over by Thompson on the third. For the Lisbon Broncos, they will set outside. Right-handed swing there by Schwab. Central Cass with Bussey. Gives it now to Thompson across the net on the third. Getting to this one is Bergman. Pushed across back left corner. Bussey set middle. Here's a swing into the net on the right hand by Severson. Makes it now a 12-8 contest. So as some of the pink uniforms, you get some different numbers from maybe their regular season. Lisbon, everybody in their same number outside of Qual. For Central Cass, got about 4 or 5 players that are just a little bit different from their regular season uniforms. Good job by Qual, muscling this one across. That'll go out of play to make it a 13-8 contest. Central Cass up by 5 here in set number 1. Chase Miller with you here tonight in Castleton, as the serve will be upcoming for the Squirrels. This will be with Thompson. Thompson to serve. Qual is there in the back, and that'll be an ace. Third ace here for Central Cass. Lisbon with 0 in that category. The Broncos with 0 service errors. The Squirrels currently with 2. But Central Cass inching a little bit farther out as Thompson heads back to the service line. She will go to the left. And it will be a points upcoming here after a really good serve. Makes it now 15-8 as you had Schwab and alongside with her and Emerson, Schwab and Bergman trying to corral that pass. Service will continue. This one helped out by Differdine. Free ball over on the third for the Broncos. Thompson to Bussey, back set, right-handed swing. This one will eventually be a point here for Olivia Ellenson. 16-8 Central Cass out in front here in set number 1. Now doubling up the Broncos. 9 points away from trying to take set number 1. Rally scoring up to 25. Got to win by 2. Sets 1 through 4. As this will be an ace by Thompson. Easy will get her second one. Makes it now 17-8. Get a quick substitution here as Taryn Gilbert will check in for Qual as Central Cass continues to serve here with Izzy. Gilbert, this one will come to the middle. Across the net, Bussey is able to help it out. And then Cotton pushes it over on the third. Gilbert for the Broncos will go outside. Here goes Emerson Schwab. Good pass and dig here for Central Cass. This one a little power tip back left corner. Gilbert able to push this one back over here for Lisbon. And a really good spot there by Brooklyn. Bergman read it nicely. She'll get the kill on the way. Makes it 17-9. Sometimes at that setter spot, you kind of feel like you're the quarterback out there for the volleyball team. If you see that front row, and more importantly, that back row inching a little bit closer, kind of push them to that service line and see if he can get a point. That's what Brooklyn did well there. This is going to be a little tight at the net. Eventually finished off here by Central Cass. Severson able to get another point here at 18-9 now. And the serve coming with Kegley. Kegley to the service line. This one will go into the middle. Coming, right-handed swing, dug out by Thompson. Bussey back set, right-handed swing on the way for Central Cass, and that'll be a point. Ellenson earns the points here for the Squirrels. Olivia with the kill, and Central Cass continues to serve here with Kegley. Kegley on the serve, back right corner. That'll eventually make it now 20-9. We'll get another timeout here for the Lisbon Broncos. We'll break with them on your liveevent.com.
North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Time out on the floor brought to you in part by Taupe Insurance. Get in touch with Ryan at Taupe Insurance in Castleton for a quote or review of your policies throughout the week. Give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045. That again is 701-347-4045 at Taupe Insurance. 20-9 service here for Kegley. Gilbert's good pass to Bergerman coming middle. Here's a swing. This one will be out of play, but that was really good action there from Lisbon. Cameron Hoff just missed the far line. Makes it now 21-9. On the better bump set and spikes, if you will, there, Hoff, the 5'7" senior. She's 5'7" sophomore's got some hops. Service. Bergerman. This one will go with Waletsko blocked. Waletsko gets it across on the second, and then we'll have a lift violation here on the Central Cass Squirrels, as that one will be with Aspen Preen to make it 21-10. Service upcoming for Quall for the Broncos. Quall gets this one over. Thompson with a good dig. Free ball over on the third then by Preen. Lisbon Broncos with Quall. She will bump this one up into the middle to Gilberts. Unable to get it across the net, and Central Cass 3 points away from trying to take set number one. They will make a couple of substitutions as Whitney Mitchell will come on and play the front row, and then Abby Convervig back to the center spot. Her and Bussey part of that 6-2 here tonight for Coach Dana Stansberry. Service. As this one will be into the back left corner. Quall is there. Well, let's go. Right-handed swing. Good spot. Good dig by Izzy. And then Kegley with the free ball over on the third. Where do the Broncos go? Brooklyn set outside this one. Pushed over the net by Webb. Here comes Central Cass with a right-handed attack by Cotton. Bergerman able to help it out. Quall with the bump. And here goes, well, let's go over on the third. Central Cass, Convervig, back set, right-handed swing on top of the block there by Mitchell. Opportunity with Waletsko on the third on the free ball. Squirrels, where will they go? They will come middle for an indentation kill by Aspen Preen. Give Abby Convervig the assist. 23-10. Longest volley of the night goes to the hometown Squirrels. Service here for Central Cass with Convervig. That'll come middle. Chance here now for Lisbon. This one up and just missing the back right corner for Gilbert. And now it's a set point opportunity for Central Cass. As this one rolls all the way nearly out into the hallway here, as Abby Convervig will get her walking shoes on here in this one. Convervig back to the service line. Squirrels need a point to take set number one. And that'll be an ace. Convervig does it in an emphatic fashion, becomes the fifth different player here in the set with an ace for Central Cass. As the Squirrels take set number one tonight here in Castleton, 25-10. Our set recap is coming up next, brought to you in part by Farmers Union Insurance, Wesleyan Kramer Agency.
Ready to save time, aggravation, and money, the team at Weber Insurance is here and ready to make the process as painless as possible. Weber Insurance makes sure you find the best insurance because their agency is 100% independent. They have the freedom to shop the marketplace and find the best possible combination of cost and coverage. Talk with Dan, Leslie, or Carol to get a quote started today, or go online to weberinsurance.net. Call, click, text, or stop in at Weber Insurance, locally owned in Castleton. Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
At Stock Growers Bank in Lisbon, let them turn your dreams into reality and help watch them grow. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith will give you a tailored solution to fit your unique requests. From farming, buying a new home, or investing in your future, he has you covered. Stock Growers Bank celebrating 125 years of banking in your local communities. For more information, call Wyatt at 701-683-5000. Stock Growers Bank, where your success is their top priority. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
High school volleyball here tonight in the first set. Lisbon grabbed the first 3 points, only to see Central Cass grab the next 4. Ties at 3 and 5 respectively. And after it was tied at 5, Central Cass led throughout then the rest of set number 1 in their 25-10 taking of it. Izzy Thompson with a match-high 3 kills so far. Central Cass 5 players with at least an ace. They got 6 of them with 2 service errors. Lisbon with 0 aces, 0 service errors. Bergerman, Wiltsey, and Differding all with a kill in the opening set. That is our set recap, brought to you in part by Farmers Union Wasley Kramer Agency. Scott and Tyler, your local small-town agents in Castleton and surrounding communities. Come visit Farmers Union Insurance in Castleton for great rates and local service that you can count on. Central Cass here tonight also going on. Game number 1 of the WNBA Finals between the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty. You got Thursday night football in the NFL as well. High school football in Minnesota tonight. Got a lot of stuff going on here once, as we alluded to earlier, you get to October. Kavervik outside. Here's an opportunity for Cotton, but we get a net violation by Kavervik. And just like they did in the first, Lisbon will take the opening point here in set number 2. Broncos back to the service line here with a dare. This will be the first service error of the night for Lisbon. And Central Cass will have a chance with Kavervik. Kavervik with the little running jump serve here, back right corner. Right-handed swing by Wiltsey. That'll be through and for a kill. And Wiltsey here gets her second kill of the match, and the Lisbon Broncos now lead it by a point as they will head to the service line here with Sweet. Bring the 5'4" senior here to serve as she does. Kegley, good pass Kavervik. Here comes Cotton, unable to get that one across, and Lisbon with a 3-1 advantage. Broncos right now trying to put something together here in the last month of the season to see if they can host a play-in match, at least as an 8 seed. Well, Central Cass comes right down Main Street with Aspen Preen for the kill. Makes it now 3-2. The Squirrels trying to contend for at least a top 4 seed here and earn a first-round bye and get to the quarterfinals. Serve here for Cotton. This one pushed across by Wiltsey. Kavervik to the outside. Here goes Izzy down the line, out of play, no touch at the net, and the Lisbon Broncos will take the points here at 4-2. Also tonight on your liveevent.com, Alex Hoffman with the call with the Maple River Raiders hosting the Tri-State Tigers tonight for another Region 1 volleyball action. Back set. This one's going to be blocked. Good dig there by Kegley. Pushed outside. Izzy bumps it over on the third. Lisbon with Qual able to help it out. This one then a free ball over by Webb. And this will just miss as the last second Broughton goes, should I hit it? Should I not? You heard Kegley saying let it go. And Broughton just kind of takes her hands back and takes a cool, calm sigh of relief at the same time, though. It's a tough one there after Webb nearly hit it perfectly across the net. Wiltsey off the side of the block for another kill. So far, the sophomore Bryn with a couple of kills here in the second. As we said back in the first, say it again here in the third, a good start for the visiting Broncos as they lead it by 2 here in set number 2. High school volleyball tonight got underway 21 minutes ago for the opening serve of this varsity match. For the Squirrels here, Kavervig to the outside. Here goes Izzy across for the kill. Thompson for her 4th to make it now 5-4. He just has continually just found ways to improve from a sophomore to a junior a season ago. At times it was her, Elise Wisniewski, kind of the 1-2 combination. Elise graduating, going to North Dakota State for track and field, and now Izzy Thompson. Could have been that A1, but they got other playmakers here that can hurt you. Here's a right-handed swing across the net by Severson. Also go out of play to make it 6-4. Severson's one of those cotton as well. You also got Preen and company here for Central Cass. Well, for the Lisbon Broncos, a really big senior class that graduated from last year. Now you have this sophomore in Brinley Differding to the service line. Back left corner, good pass by Thompson. Bussey into the middle here as this one's pushed over on the net by Severson. Back set, Waletsko is going to be blocked. Able to help it out there is Quall, and then Waletsko gets it over, kind of pirouettes that one a little bit on the rotation for Waletsko. Makes it now a 7-4 lead here for the Broncos. Service for Lisbon continues. Bussey set, Thompson swung, blocked. Eventually, Waletsko gets another chance, and she'll get another kill. Gira will get her 2nd kill in a row here, and the Lisbon Broncos are doubling up the Squirrels here in set number 2. Bussey, middle, swing into the net here by Severson to make it now 9-4. So after losing set number 1, 25-10, the Broncos continue with the serve here with Brinley Differding. They just haven't been in rotation, if you will, for Central Cass right now, with some good serves by Differding. Here's a swing, good dig there by Broughton. Bussey to the outside, Izzy Thompson up and over on the block. Quall's able to get it to the dig. Chance on the second by Bergman over. Here's another opportunity for Thompson. This one goes back left corner. Quall is there. Bergman back set. Well, let's go. Going to be blocked. Gets the right fist on the volleyball. Bussey to the outside. Thompson with the left hand, and eventually they will earn the points. That's one of the longer volleys of the match. That goes towards Central Cass as they get back to the service line. Largest deficit here for the Squirrels tonight. Previously was 3 points. Now it's 5 down to 4. Serve on the way will be another good-looking serve. Here is Thompson. Gets her 3rd ace here, and the Squirrels are down by 3. Thompson with the running jump serve here. Lisbon trying to get that one across, unable to do so with Quall. It's now 9-7. As Thompson continues to serve here for Central Cass. And when she's on at the service line, she can be a difference maker here for the Squirrels on any particular nights. Kind of get her own run going just with some quality serves. 10-7 after the service errors. Gilbert comes on now for the Broncos. Gilbert with the serve, back right corner, tied at the net. This is going to be in. Point for the Broncos with Emerson Schwab. Now 11-7. As Gilbert continues to serve here for Lisbon. Taryn Gilbert in the middle. This one dug out in the back by Cagley. A chance here for Cotton. Right-handed swing on top of the block for the kill. Ava Cotton on the outside gets the point. Central Cass back within 3. High school volleyball tonight here on your liveevent.com in Castleton as Cagley serves into the back. There goes Quall. Free ball over on the third by Bergman. Chance for Bussey into the middle. Here's a swing by Preen, dug by Quall for the Broncos. Free ball over on the third by Hoff. Bussey to the outside. Ava Cotton on the attack and gets the points. Back-to-back kills here for Cotton. Broadcasting from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth here tonight. Stock Growers Bank serving Lisbon, Sargent County, the surrounding communities as well, in business for 125 years. Well, let's go. Gets this one over on the third. Outside comes Ava Cotton. She's going to be blocked on the way by that aforementioned. Well, let's go. Kira able to have herself a really fine second set of plays so far as the Broncos at 12-9. Nearly halfway home here in set number 2 from trying to make it a set apiece. Service here for Lisbon with a dare. Bussey, back set. This one down the line in for the points. Central Cass with Ellenton as Olivia earns the kill. Her first of set number 2, second of the match, and the Squirrels go back to service line here as they will handle it with Kovervik. Service, Quall with the dig. This one able to get across, but eventually we do have a net violation there on a dare. And Central Cass with a chance to tie this puppy up here in the second set. One tie so far in the second, early on at 1. Outside of that, it's been Lisbon with the lead so far here, wire to wire. As Kovervik serves. This one into the back right corner. Lisbon, this will be unable to get across with Huff, and it's now 12 up. Service will continue here for Kovervik. 21st match of the season for the Squirrels. This is the 20th for the Lisbon Broncos. Kovervik on the serve, and that'll be service error number 4 on Central Cass. And Lisbon continues to lead now here by 1 at 13-12. Minnesota Vikings 5-0 on the season. No football upcoming here this weekend as they earn the bye week. So they'll get a chance to rest up before a big divisional opponent with the Detroit Lions coming into U.S. Bank Stadium the week after as Lisbon gets their first ace of the evening here with Sweet. Brea earns the point here for the Broncos, and Sweet heads back to the service line. Good pass by Kegley. Backs at Cotton on top of the block. Quall is there tied at the net. Eventually finished off by Central Cass. Aspen Preen able to earn the point as the Squirrels here with Cotton trying to tie this one back up. Lisbon trying to get the serve back on their side, up by 2. This one over on the hit by Webb. Outside comes Thompson on top of the block. Quall is there. Adair with the bump. Webb pushes it across on the third. Kovervik sets up Izzy. Little off-speed swing, if you will. Sweet unable to get that one across the net from the back row, and it's now 14-all. Third tie of set number 2. Service here by Cotton will continue. Ava into the middle. Quall with a good pass. Backs at Wiltsey. Pushes it over on the third for Central Cass Kovervik. Here's a swing and a kill. Aspen Preen, how do you do? As the Squirrels lead it here by a point, their first lead in set number 2. Central Cass continuing to serve as this one comes on the back set. Wiltsey, good push. Kovervik on the cover. Kegley, back bump on the way. Right-handed swing by Thompson for the points. 16-14 now, and a timeout on the floor. Will break with them on the Bank North scoreboard. The Squirrels lead it by 2.
Local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
16-14 Central Cass over the Lisbon Broncos here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual. They provide insurance products all of southeastern North Dakota. Contact Lindsey Johnson here in Castleton or simply visit their website. That is CassCountyMutual.com to find an agent near you. 16-14 Central Cass up by 2. Lisbon at one point was up 12-9 here in this. Now it's been flipped on a 7-2 run. Thanks in part here to some good serves by Ava Cotton as well. She continues to serve here. Lisbon gets it over on the third by Hoff. Chance now Kovarevic. Backset on the way. Here comes Fontaine over on the third, and eventually the Broncos will take the points. Cameron Hoff earns the point here for Lisbon. They will have a side-out opportunity. And the Broncos with a chance to tie things up here with Quall to the service line. Goes to the opposite libero, Cagley. Kovarevic. Here's a swing by Preen. This one's deflected at the net, so not 4. Right-handed there by Thompson, and a good-looking spot for another kill by Izzy. Central Cass 8 points away here from taking set number 2 after taking set number 1, 25-10 service here for Central Cass. As this one comes into the middle after this serve by Preen. Gilbert gets it over on the left hand. Thompson on the attack, blocked, goes over on the Broncos side, quickly back over. Kovarevic able to help. Broughton on the bump, back to Izzy here, back left corner, Quall. Chance for a dare. This one free ball over by Sweet into the back. Broughton with a good pass. Kovarevic back set. Here's a chance for Fontaine on top of the ribbon. A sprawling attempt by Sweet and a free ball over by Wiltsey. Good dig and a good scrap there by Lisbon, but eventually the Central Cass Squirrels will take the point with Liv Severson. Good job by both teams hustling after that particular volleyball. Quall will check out coming in now for the Lisbon Broncos will be Hoff, and then also for the Lisbon Broncos coming in will be Emerson Schwab as Sweet will check out here to make it 18-15. Service here by Preen. Wiltsey. Free ball over on the third. Kovarevic pushing this one outside. Izzy Thompson cross court. The Broncos here with a dare. Free ball over again. Kovarevic. Here comes Izzy on top of the block for the kill. A match-leading 8th kill of the night. It's now 19-15 Squirrels. Central Cass continues to serve here with Preen. Preen with the serve. This one will go out of play. Central Cass, that's then their 5th service error here of the night. Their 3rd in the set. Here in the Lisbon Broncos, there's a time to make a little run. It's right now down by 3 here late in set number 2 as the senior Brooklyn Bergerman comes to the service line. Kovarevic coming to the middle. This one tipped across, but that'll be out of play after the tip there by Severson. Makes it now 19-17. Central Cass with 2 timeouts remaining, while for the Lisbon Broncos, they got 1. Bergerman continues to serve, and that'll be a service here, the 2nd of the match here for Lisbon. A couple substitutions as Bussey will come on now to set here for Central Cass. Also coming on to play the front row here will be Ellenson. Seen Bussey do a pretty nice job at the service line here this season as well. Sometimes just has one that goes right across with a little extra zip on it. Here comes Gilbert. Speaking of zip, she is blocked. Severson, part of the block party there for Central Cass. 21-17. Lisbon would like another chance at that one in terms of a really good pass to start things off and having a chance for a middle hitter. As all of a sudden here, unable to do much with it. That's going to be another ace. This is now 22-17. As we mentioned, Bussey has done a nice job at the service line. That's her 2nd ace here of the night. Bussey back to serve. Quall. Eventually free ball over by Bergerman. Broughton, Bussey, back set. Here's a swing, and there's a kill. As Ellenson earns the point in Central Cass. Now 2 points away here from closing out set number 2. Bussey to serve. into the middle. The Broncos will let's go up and over. Good-looking spot for the points. Let's go will get her third to kill the match to make it now 23-18. Serve upcoming for the Lisbon Broncos as Brindley Differding heads back to the service line. Differding into the middle. There is the chance for Kegley. Backs at Bussey. Here it is for Thompson, and a good block across the way by Gilbert. Taryn Gilbert with her second block of the night that results directly in a point. It's now 23-19. Lisbon down by 4. Broncos continue to serve as they handle it with Differding. Bussey, middle, right-handed swing. This one will be out of play after the attempt there by Severson to make it now 23-20. Another point here for Lisbon will hopefully make things a little more interesting as Differding into the back to Libero to Kegley. Bussey backs it. Here goes Izzy. Little touch shot there for Thompson as she will earn the points to make it now 24-20. Set point opportunity here for Central Cass with the aforementioned Thompson. Thompson to serve, back right corner. Broncos here with Quall. Eventually free ball over by Gilbert on the third. Bussey backs it. Here's a tip, just can't get it across. On the way for Ellenson, and the Broncos back to the service line as they will need at least 3 good serves upcoming here by Gilbert. Bare minimum of trying to keep this one going here in set number 2. Gilbert with the serve, back right corner, Kegley. Bussey outside. Here's the swing by Cotton. Dig on the way for the Broncos there with Schwab, and this one eventually pushed over by Differding. Bussey outside. Cotton with another chance. Will change up. Gilbert with the dig. Bergman coming middle. This one off the side of the block where the Central Cass go. Back set. This one by Ellenson with the punch over on the left fist. And now let's go on the third. Dug there by Kegley. Bussey middle. This one's going to be tipped. Kept alive. And the Broncos just get it over with Differding. Nicely done. Good help by Bergman. Differding gets it across. And the Lisbon Broncos earn the point here. Still at 24 for Central Cass. Broncos, though, inching closer. Down by 2. Gilbert to the service line. Into the middle, Kegley. Bussey back set. This one is a little aggressive power tip. Bergman's there, then eventually pushed across on the third. Izzy, Bussey coming middle, right-handed swing for the kill. And the Central Cass Squirrels will take it there in the middle with Severson to finish things off here for Central Cass. Central Cass wins a scrapper in set number 2 by a final of 25-22 on the Bank North scoreboard. We'll get to our set recap around the break here on your liveevent.com.
I love my decision. I love the smallness of it and how close everyone is. Some of my other friends went to a 4-year school, and I'm going to be done before them, even with 2 degrees and for a lot less money. My name's Casey, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like, every time I go to a meeting, like, everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
As they got Chuck-a-Duck going on right now here, part of the Dig for a Cure with the proceeds here tonight with, again, Dig for a Cure here this evening on our Farmers Union Insurance, Wesleyan Kramer agency set recap here. Izzy Thompson leads the floor with 9 kills. You got Preen and Severson with 4 apiece as well for Central Cass. The Squirrels so far on the night with 8 aces, 5 service errors. Lisbon with 1 ace by Maria Sweet with 2 service errors here. The Broncos, Wiltsey with 3 kills, and Waletsko has 3 as well. In set number 2, there were 3 ties at 1, 12, and 14. Once Central Cass took the lead at 15-14, they never relinquished it. Give the credit to the Broncos. They were trailing 23-17, got it to 24-22, but the Central Cass Squirrels take set number 2, 25-22. Set number 1 goes to Central Cass, 25-10. Set number 2 goes to Central Cass, 25-22. That is our set recap, brought to you in part by Farmers Union, Wesleyan, and Kramer Agency. Whether it's crop and farm, home and auto, health and life, contact Scott and Tyler, again in Castleton with Farmers Union Insurance. We're back after this with set number 3 as the Broncos need it to try to get it to a 4th. Well, the Squirrels will be looking for the sweep when we return next here on your liveevent.com.
It's beginning. The Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As we return here on yourliveevent.com, broadcasting from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth here tonight. Stock Growers Bank. You can take them anywhere with their mobile app. Experience banking at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Bank near so you can go far with Stock Growers Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Take a look at your scores in professional sports tonight. WNBA, Minnesota Lynx down by 8 at the half against the New York Liberty. And on Thursday Night Football, the San Francisco 49ers up early in the second quarter, 13-0 over the Seattle Seahawks here tonight. So that's a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. Also, a final out in Tower City. Maple River sweeps by Tri-State. The Raiders now 5-2 in region play. Tri-State drops to 0-7. Again, broadcasting from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth, I'm Chase Miller. Covervig on to start set number 3 here for Central Cass. Free ball over on the third here for the Lisbon Broncos with Hoff. Here's a chance on the way for Central Cass. Aspen Preen earns the points. It's now 1-0 here in favor of the Squirrels. Service upcoming here for Covervig will continue. That'll be a into the net. 6 service error here for the Central Cass Squirrels. So now we're tied up at 1 apiece. As coming on to serve here will be Ava Adair. Adair to serve into the back right corner. Here comes Central Cass over by Natalie Fontaine. Pushed across them by Lisbon. Covervig outside Ava Cotton for the points. Eva Cotton's going to earn her 3rd kill here, and the Central Cass Squirrels now lead it by 1. Nice passing there as Cotton able to get that one to the outside as Ava heads the service line as she does. Qual with the pass to Adair outside Wiltsey, left-handed swing. Cotton, Covervig outside Thompson on top of the block. Wiltsey trying to get this one. Eventually, it will be blocked here on the way from Central Cass with Preen to earn the points. And the Squirrels now lead it by 2. We've set good starts in both set 1 and set 2 for Lisbon. Well, this is the best start of a set here for Central Cass, leading it at 3-1. Wiltsey with the push. Good location as well here for Bryn. That'll be her 4th kill, and the Lisbon Broncos will head back to the service line. Gotta have it set number 3 here if you're a Lisbon Bronco fan. If you're Central Cass, looking for the clean sweep here tonight in Castleton. And for both teams, getting ready for a little bit of cross-country this weekend. Also getting ready for some more high school football games tomorrow night as well, as Thompson gets this one out of play to make it 3-all. For more high school sports coverage, whether it's in North Dakota and Minnesota, simply go to our website. That's yourliveevent.com, or subscribe to our YouTube page by searching Your Live Event. Free ball over here from Central Cass with Preen. Chance to the middle. This one softly hit. And oh, what an attempt by Broughton after the swing by Hoff. And the point will eventually be won by the Lisbon Broncos. Broughton kind of levitated for a half second there. Lisbon with their first lead of set number 3. Sweet continues to serve. Broughton is there. Kegley helps it out. And this one gets over the net with Preen. Quall into Adair over on a free ball. Broughton, Kovervig to the middle, swung on with the left hand, dug by Adair. Quall helps it out. Here's a swing by Huff, and makes that swing by Webb, that is. This will go out of play, and the Central Cass Squirrels will take the point. Service on the way here for Central Cass. This one will come to the back left corner. Quall. Free ball over by Adair. Chance for the Squirrels. Here's a swing on the block for the kill. There goes Severson yet again as Liv. Preen and Thompson all have at least 5 or more kills here tonight for Central Cass. So good balance offensively for Coach Tanit Stansberry and the Squirrels. Service here for Kovervig, and that's going to be out of play and make it a 5-all contest. Set number 1, 2 ties. Set number 3 with 3, and set number 2 with 3, and so far set number 3 with 4, as that's going to be an ace here for Lisbon. They lead it now 6-5 after the ace there by Quall. That'll be her first of the match. Second for the Broncos as they lead it by a point. Quall with the serve back right corner. Thompson, good pass. Back set on the chance for Fontaine. This one able to get right back over quickly here for Lisbon with Webb. Webb's going to earn the point here for the Broncos to make it now 7-5 Lisbon. Quall continues to serve. Quall will see this one into the middle. Broughton, Kovrig outside Thompson, unable to get it across. Makes it now 8-5 as Lisbon stretching out this lead here at 3. Good little mini run here, 4-1 run on the Bank North scoreboard. Go to ibanknorth.com. Good sportsmanship is a valuable trait that goes far beyond the game for Bank North. It's achieved by helping customers achieve their dreams and financial goals. Again, go to ibanknorth.com. Fontaine hits this one out of play. Now it's 9-5. Reminiscent of the second set where Lisbon led 9-5. Doing it here as well in the third. Service here for the Broncos will be in for the ace for Quall. That'll be her second, and it's now 10-5. So Broncos doubling up the Squirrels here in set number 3. Central Cass won the first set 25-10 and the second 25-22. Service will continue here for Quall. Quall into the back rights. Here's a little power tip for Central Cass. That'll be a point there for Severson to make it now a 10-6 contest. Service here for Bussey. Bussey to the service line here. This one will be out of play. And Lisbon, just like that, will take the serve right back. And with how this particular region feels this season, you can make a case for a handful of teams that can go out and make a run once you get to Kindred. Might not be so much of the seed line as it tends to be more of the matchups once you get to tournament play, as Thompson now in double digits with another kill. That's her 10th. So you get to different points throughout the course of the particular season, and that's just kind of how you have it here for the Central Cass Squirrels. They feel like they got a club that can make some noise this year, and rightfully so after you win the Des Lacs Burlington Invitational, a really good invite this past weekend. Central Cass, Bussy sets one outside. Ava Cotton off the side of the block. Lisbon down the line. Bergman can't handle that one, and Cotton earns another point. On the opposite side for the Lisbon Broncos, it's all about just getting a little bit better every day here for Lisbon before you get to that Region 1 tournament and try to put yourself in the best seed line possible for Lisbon and see if you can get to that 10-9, maybe 8 spot and host a play-in match here later on in the year. As this one be awarded to Central Cass with Ellenson. Makes it now 11-9. Squirrels trailing it by 2 here in set number 3. Thompson with a rocket of a serve. Qual, eventually Bergman gets this one over. Bussy with the set middle. Here's a swing on top of the block, dug there by Sweet. Bergman set outside, unable to get this one across by Webb. Makes it now 11-10. Service continues for Thompson. Izzy with the serve. This one will be a service error. Central Cass, that'll be their 9th of the match so far here to make it a 12-10 score. Lisbon back to the service line here with Differding. Differding on the serve. This one will be a right-handed swing, dug out nicely by Qual. Now an attempt and pushed over. Bussy set outside. Cotton with the swing, and Cotton earns the points. Ava Cotton's got her 5th kill of the contest, and there's the balance yet again here for Central Cass. It's got about nearly 5 players with 5 or more kills here. Ellenson with 4 just needs 1 more to join the party to make it officially 5 for 5, if you will. Bussy outside. Here comes Cotton. Good dig by Qual, and then just can't read it eventually there if you're Lisbon. Just a little miscommunication on the play. We're netted up at 12. First tie since it was 5-all, or 5th of the set. Central Cass looking with Kegley to the service line to take a lead. And they will do it here at 13-12. So 13-12 in favor of Central Cass, as we'll see a substitution. Coming in will be Weltsy. Checking out will be Bergman here. Serve upcoming for Kegley. Weltsy set. Willetsko gets it over the block. Bussy into the middle. There goes Thompson, back left corner. This one will be out of play. Doesn't miss by much. Makes it now 13-all. If we get to our post-match show, make sure you stay tuned with us as we'll name you our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. We'll also hear from a victorious player if it's done after 3. If not, we'll get to our set recap brought to you in part by Farmers Union Wasleen Kramer Agency in Castleton. Well, let's go over on the 3rd. Thompson is there. Now to Bussy. A chance in the middle goes by Preen. Right-handed dig. This one, Wiltsy into the middle. This one up and over on the attempt there by Hoff. Now a right-handed swing on the way for Central Cass with Ellenson. This one gets across on the push. Chance for Ava Cotton on the attempt into the net. And the Broncos are back up by 1. 14-13, Lisbon regains the advantage. They had a lead last just a few points ago at 12-11. Service here for Gilbert. Gilbert into the middle now for Bussy. Here comes Cotton, and Cotton's going to be blocked. Broncos with Cameron Hoff, part of the block party, and Gilbert continues to serve. 15-13, good response here for Lisbon as they trail it by 2. Gilbert, back right, Thompson is there. Bussy with the bump. This one will get over on the 3rd. Wiltsy to Gilbert. Free ball over eventually by Schwab. Bussey coming to the middle, and this one off the side of the block for the kill by Aspen Preen. Lisbon, as they were in set 2 and set number 3 here, being very scrappy against these Central Cass Squirrels, as Kavervig heads the service line here for Central Cass. Kavervig on the serve. Lisbon will help this one out a little bit, and they get it across on the third. Kegley, nice pass. Kavervig set outside. Cotton with another indentation style of kill for Central Cass. Tied at 15. Service for Kavervig. Back right corner, and Abby's going to earn an ace. That'll be her second. And Central Cass now leads it by a point. 16-15 Central Cass as Kavervig continues to serve. Broncos will let's go with a good spot for the points. Let's Go's got her 4th kill of the contest, and the Broncos with a chance to regain the lead here in the set. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. As a serve coming here with Adair. Tight, little joust going to be won by Kavervig as it goes on Lisbon's side. This one right back across. Quickly, here comes Preen, unable to get that one over the net, and Lisbon takes the point. 17-16, Broncos with the serve with Adair. This one coming with Thompson. Kavervig to the outside, up and over by Fontaine. Little roll shot. Now it's a chance. Back right corner there for Schwab. Set. Here comes Cotton on top of the block. Eventually, Lisbon gets this one right back over with Emerson Schwab. Kavervig outside. Cotton with the tip. Blocked. There's Kegley. Kavervig backs it on the way with Fontaine for the kill. Natalie Fontaine earns the point here for Central Cass as we're tied at 17. Fontaine, a pretty good softball player in her own right as well. Later this year, coming up for Coach Scott Cost in Central Cass. Lisbon and Central Cass for Region 1 volleyball. This, no touch after a middle swing by Preen. The Broncos lead it by 1. 18-17 Lisbon. Serve upcoming here for the Broncos will be with Sweet. Sweet to the service line. Into the middle there is Kegley. Set outside comes Izzy Thompson. Qual with a great dig to keep that ball up. This one then pushed over on the third. Where do the Squirrels go? They will go outside. Another attempt by Thompson. A great dig by Qual. A chance by Adair. It goes over the ribbon. And she was looking to get that one across in a dump kill, and she takes a little bit of the bounce, and she will take the point as well. 19-17, but a lot of credit to Libero there with Qual to keep that one going. Back set. Here's a swing by Preen, unable to get that one over, and Huff will get the block and a timeout on the floor. It's 20-17 Broncos here late in the third.
Birthday parties and corporate events, and say hello to a supercharged celebration at the Empire Sports Complex in Fargo with their epic bounce houses that's guaranteed to have your guests jumping for joy at the Empire Sports Complex. Their bounce houses are the ultimate party starter, but don't wait too long to book. Go online now to empirefargo.org. That's empirefargo.org, or call 701-318-4161 for your next birthday party or corporate event. The Empire Sports Complex in Fargo.
High school volleyball here tonight. Timeout brought to you in part by Tope Insurance. Get in touch with Ryan at Tope Insurance in Castleton for a quote or a view of your policies. Give Tope Insurance a call at 701-347-4040. That's 701-347-4040. The Lisbon Broncos, as we alluded to in set 2, they lost it by 3. Awfully scrappy here in set number 3. First time out for Dana Stansberry and the Squirrels. Broughton, Kegley, Thompson, free ball over, a chance for the Broncos to use it. Adair set outside. This one off the side of the block. Kavervig, Broughton, as she nearly goes into the bench. Free ball over by Kegley. Sweets, Adair over on the second. Cagley coming outside now. A chance for Thompson for the kill. Izzy's got her 11th kill of the contest, and the Squirrels head back to the service line. Central Cass will come on to serve here with Preen. Quall, a dare free ball over on the third. Squirrels, Coverig, backs at Fontaine. This will be 4. Was it deflection? No deflection. It's not going to matter anyway. Makes it 21-18. I know some of the Lisbon Broncos kind of sitting there putting 4 fingers up in the air thinking it was 4 hits. Service here by Quall. Into the middle. This one with Coverig. Coming, right-handed swing, good dig by Sweet. Back over on the Squirrel side. Coverig outside Thompson. And she hits that one into the net, makes it 22-18. Broncos fighting here in the third. 3 points away from trying to get this one to go 4. Quall to serve. Thompson, Coverig, Izzy on the attack down the line. Lisbon with the bump. This one will be tight, and this will hit the post. Webb just kind of ran out of room. Squirrels down by 3 here. Lisbon with 2 timeouts remaining. Central Cass has one here in set number 3 as Bussey heads to the service line. Bussey on the serve. This one will go back left corner. Wiltz cross court for the kill. Bryn will have her 5th. And the Broncos, as they've done a lot here since the middle part of the set, just continually have the answer here against Central Cass. Service upcoming for Brooklyn. Brooklyn on the serve, back right corner. Broughton Bussey backs at Izzy, gets it over the block. Eventually Sweet and Willetsko with a nice dump opportunity. Great job by Bussey to keep it going. Quall is there, and then Willetsko with a free ball on the third. Bussey outside, Izzy with the swing and kill. Thompson's got her 12th kill of the contest. And the Squirrels will need some good serves now, trailing it by 3. Well, if you're Lisbon, one good side out here quickly, and you'll have a chance to serve for the set. Thompson. Sweet gets it over on the third. Squirrels, Bussey. After the pass by Izzy, finishing that one off for Lisbon there is Taryn Gilbert. And there will be a timeout on the floor. 24-20. Lisbon with the point and with the set opportunity when we return.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual. Cass County Mutual in Castleton. Visit CassCountyMutual.com to find an agent near you with one of their branches again in Castleton. 24-20 set point opportunity for the Broncos after the second timeout here for Central Cass. Bussey outside, Cotton gets it across. Quall, Bergerman. Here's a tip opportunity. Bussey is there after the tip there by Schwab. Pushed and unable to get across, and the Lisbon Broncos will take set number 3 on the road here, 25-20. Lisbon pushes this one at least to a 4th, which means our set recap is next here on your liveevent.com.
When you choose Farmers Union Insurance, you're backed by an insurance policy provider that meets your specific requirements. At Farmers Union Insurance Gullison Olson Agency, they offer reliable insurance policies from homeowners, farm and ranch, contractors, small businesses, and more. Let Lance, Shelby, and the staff at Gullison Olson Agency take care of you today. For more information, stop into their office on Main Street in Lisbon for Farmers Union Insurance Gullison Olson Agency.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
As we head to set number 4 here in Castleton, Broncos take set number 3, 25-20. The set recap brought to you in part by Farmers Union Insurance here in Castleton, Wesleyan Kramer Agency. Lisbon Broncos led by Bryn Wiltsey with 5 kills so far, while Let's Go has 4. 3 aces to 2 service errors. In set number 3, there were 9 ties, most recently at 17, but Lisbon will go on and close the set on an 8-3 run here in set number 3. Izzy Thompson with 12 kills to lead the floor. That's a set recap brought to you in part by Farmers Union Insurance, Wesleyan Kramer Agency. Get in touch with Scott and Tyler throughout the week. Your small town local agents here in Castleton for the great rates and local service that you expect. Get in touch with them throughout the week. So set number 4, starting this off on a slide, but Thompson make that Aspen Preen goes right on the Lisbon Broncos side here on the Bank North scoreboard. The Broncos open up set number 4 with the point here, and they continue to serve with Adair. Adair into the middle. Here goes Kovrig, set outside. Ava Cotton. This one will be out of the quarter, playing some hitting errors here in this third set now early on here in the second, costing Central Cass as Adair continues to swing. And Lisbon is kind of one of those teams, if you're Central Cass, is that cold that you just can't get rid of, that fly or gnat on the 4th of July that just kind of hangs around. That's what they're doing here so far, and they've done it well. Give credit to the Broncos. Thompson, and just right on cue here, the little scramble drill. Kovrig, Joust, going to go on the Broncos side, pushed right back across. Kovrig on the second, pushes it back on the Broncos side. Now it's Cotton. Kovrig, Ava, swung on, cross court there for the dig opportunity is Schwab. Emerson with the kill. And the momentum and the belief just slowly but surely going on the Lisbon Broncos side of things, and this would be a large win for Lisbon, trying to get to 2-5 in Region 1 play. And as we alluded to, they're fighting for a home play-in match here sooner rather than later as well. Ava Cotton able to get the side-out opportunity here for Central Cass. Squirrels with their first point of set number 4 on the Bank North scoreboard. Central Cass with the win, trying to keep pace with Maple River and Wymer Litchwood to try to also get to 5-2 in region play. It would be tied then for second place after the results here tonight. Service will be a service error here for the Squirrels. So if you're Central Cass, you're looking for some kind of spark here. If you're the Lisbon Broncos, keep doing what you've been doing. Set number 1, all Central Cass, 25-10. But since then, Lisbon has dug in nicely in set 2, 3, and now so far here in set 4, Sweet with a rifle of a serve. This one gets across the net there by Whitney Mitchell. Lisbon backs it. Wiltsey with the push across the net. Good dig there by Kovervig. Chance for Cotton. Tough angle, gets it over. Adair backs it. Wiltsey on the attack. This one dug by Thompson. Kovervig backs it. Here's a swing by Mitchell for the point. Whitney Mitchell for the point here. Side-on opportunity for Central Cass. 4-2 Broncos on the Bank North scoreboard here in set number 4, and a set that Lisbon needs to get to a 5th and decisive set. Central Cass looking to close out the Broncos here in the 4th, as that'll be unable to get across with Hoff. And now it's 4-3. Service will continue here for Ava Cotton. Cotton on the serve into the middle. Back set, here comes Wiltz across. Cotton Good job by Preen, and eventually Thompson gets it over. Qual is there. Free ball opportunity is sweet to Kegley. Kovacic set middle. Here comes Preen down the middle for the point. Aspen Preen for the kill, and we're knotted at 4 apiece. First tie of the fourth set here as the serve will come with Cotton. Cotton to serve, but that'll be a service error. The 11th tonight for Central Cass. Their second in the set early on here in the fourth. 5-4, Lisbon up by 1. Service upcoming here for Qual. Into the middle. Kovacic set outside. Here goes Izzy. This one will be out of play. Makes it now 6-4. 6-4, Lisbon. Service here for Qual will continue. Qual the serve back right corner. Kovacic backs it on the way. Here's a swing, unable to get across the net with Preen to make it now 7-4. Service for Qual. Qual with the serve into the back right corner. Kegley is there. Kovacic to the outside. Izzy Thompson gets that one across eventually then as well by Mitchell. Free ball over on the third. Broughton, Kovacic. Here's a swing by Preen for the points. Point will be awarded across the way here towards Central Cass at 7-5. Aspen Preen earns the point. Lisbon might have been looking for a little bit of a foul through there by Preen to kind of go over the net. Nothing was called. Service here by Preen. Lisbon, a dare. Wiltsey with the push. Central Cass, Kovacic set outside. Thompson on the attack, and this will go off the net, but eventually will be a point here for Thompson. She's got a baker's dozen tonight in kills. Makes it 7-6. Lisbon up by 1. Service upcoming will continue here for Preen. Into the middle. And we'll have a double hit violation. We'll have our second tie of the set. High school volleyball tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com got underway 73 minutes ago at 7:20. Service by Preen. And this will be an ace. Preen going to earn her second ace of the match. And the Central Cass Squirrels now up by 1. First lead for Central Cass here in set number 4. Service by Preen continues. Qual is there. Sweet trying to help it out. Eventually, Qual gets it over on the third. Kovacic set. Here's a swing by Mitchell. Goes out of play, and it's 8-all. Third tie of the set here on YourLiveEvent.com as you'll have a serve here by Brooklyn. Bergerman, the 5'3" senior, to the service line. As she does into the middle, Broughton is there. Central Cass will see this one. Izzy Thompson over the block, into the back as the Broncos here with Qual. And then eventually Brooklyn over on the third. Kovacic set outside. Here goes Thompson. Qual with the dig. Well, let's go. Just can't keep it in the court of play and makes it a 9-8 contest. As we said back in the third set, we'll say it here in the fourth. If the Broncos win, we'll get to our set recap. If Central Cass wins, we'll get to our post-game show and name you our Enbridge Energy Player of the Match as well. As point will be awarded here towards the Lisbon Broncos after the service here, and we're knotted here at 9 apiece. Service here for Lisbon. That'll be with Differding. Differding to the service line. Back left corner, Thompson. Bussey. Back set, Izzy on the attack for the kill. Thompson earns the points. Makes it now 10-9 in favor of the Squirrels. As Central Cass, with the aforementioned Thompson, heads back to the service line. Izzy with the running jump serve here. That's going to be an ace. Thompson leads that category as well with her fourth ace of the match. Now at 11-9, Central Cass. Service here for Izzy. Dug there by Qual. This one trying to get tipped. It'll hit the post. Makes it now 12-9. 8-9. Timing on the floor here for Megan Johnson. We'll break with them. Squirrels on a little bit of a run here midway through set number 4 on your live event.
Geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Timeout brought to you in part by Taupe Insurance here in Castleton. Contact Ryan throughout the week for a quote or review of your policies. Give them a call at 701-347-4045. That's 701-347-4045. And make sure you patronize those sponsors, both from the Castleton and Lisbon areas and the surrounding sponsors, for allowing us to be here throughout the season, whether it's all the home games in Lisbon, all the home games in Castleton, that and more. Make sure you patronize all of our sponsors throughout the season and tell them thank you. Here's a serve upcoming for Izzy Thompson. Lisbon with Brooklyn Bergerman doing a good job on the push. Bushy set middle. Here's a swing on top of the block on the way there for Central Cass with Severson. Chance on the opposite side for Lisbon with Schwab. Now goes Cotton off her back heel. Qual with a nice pass. Bergerman. Chance for Emerson, but unable to get this one across, and now make it a 4-0 run here for Central Cass. As the Squirrels, their largest lead here of set number 4 at 4 on the Bank North scoreboard. Thompson with the serve. That one will go out of play. Service error here for Central Cass. Yet again, they got 13 on the night in that category. Makes it a 13-10 contest, as you now have Gilbert to the service line. A good pass, Bussey set. This one pushed across the net by Severson, and she will take the point. Severson with the point here. Central Cass trying to close out this volleyball match tonight here against the Lisbon Broncos. Lisbon and the Squirrels will both head to the Carrington tournament upcoming on Saturday for some more high school volleyball. Central Cass will push this one. Well, let's go down the line. This one will go out of play to make it now 15-10. The Broncos in their pool play have Wahpeton, South Prairie, Max, and Hazen. While Central Cass in their pool play on Saturday has Delax, Burlington, Beulah, and Thompson. Free ball over on the third by Qual. Bussey set middle. Here's a swing by Preen, and eventually she'll take the point. 16-10, and the Squirrels' run now is at 6. 6 consecutive points here for Central Cass. Service continues by Cagley into the middle. Brooklyn Bergerman will see it here. Right-handed swing over, and this one will be out of play to make it now 16-11. Make that 17-10, excuse me. Giving the point to the wrong team. Continue. Here for the Squirrels. Right-handed attempts into the net there for Cameron Huff, and Central Cass is starting to push away here from Lisbon. Something that we didn't really see Lisbon do much of in the second and the third set was have a dry spell like this. 8 consecutive points by Central Cass. They'll try to make it 9. Side-out opportunity here for Lisbon. This one pushed across the net on the third. Bussey with the bump outside. Here goes Cotton over the block. Dug out there by Bergerman. Dug out in the back right corner away for Differding to Bergerman, and eventually they get the side-out opportunity here with the kill. 18 now to 11, and if you're the Broncos, you don't need everything back here, but a couple of good serves by Adair would go a long way here in the fourth. Thompson with the pass to Bussey. Here's a swing, and that one will be in. Bussey with the assist and give Aspen Preen the kill. Whitney Mitchell will come on alongside with Kovervig now here for Central Cass as they're 6 points away. And Megan Johnson wants a quick timeout on the floor. We'll break with them late in the fourth. Central Cass up by 8.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
High school volleyball night continues here on YourLiveEvent.com. Region 1 volleyball, 19-11 on the Bank North scoreboard. While supporting and improving the great rural communities that they serve, it's values-based banking. Go to ibanknorth.com. That again is ibanknorth.com. 19-11, Covervig with the serve. Chance here for Lisbon. They will go outside. Wiltsey over the block. Central cast set outside. Ava Cotton, right-handed swing for the kill. Cotton with her ninth. Makes it now 20-11. And Central Cass will continue to serve here with Covervig. Covervig on the serve. Lisbon. Wiltsey pushes this one across. Covervig to Cagley. Chance for Ava. A little mishit, but she got it across. Lisbon with the push. Good spot. Izzy. This one will go out of play. So good job there for the Lisbon Broncos to win the points. More importantly, head back to service line. And said a few points ago, they don't need everything back. You can say the same here, but they need about 3 or 4 points in a row to try to put some pressure here on Central Cass. Sweet to the service line. Thompson, good pass to Covervig. Set middle. Here's a swing by the middle hitter by Preen, unable to get it across. And there's back-to-back points for Lisbon. 20-13 as Sweet continues to come on here for the Broncos. Sweets unable to get that one over. Broncos just their third service error of the match. 21-13. Squirrels with Ava Cotton to the service line. She comes on. A dare. This one eventually gets over by Cameron Hoff. Izzy Thompson pushes it over on the third. Quall. Wiltsey. Good dig by Cagley. Back set on the way. Here comes Mitchell. And the point will go towards the Lisbon Broncos. 21-14, Quall coming on to serve as Gilbert will also make a substitution here. As Hoff will check out and the serve upcoming for Quall. Cagley on the pass. Covervig set outside. Here comes Izzy on top of the block. Lisbon will utilize this on the push. Covervig set. This one comes to Mitchell. She's blocked. Covervig with another chance bumps this one. Here comes Izzy Thompson up and over on the third. Quall. Free ball over by Sweet back left corner. Broughton good pass. Covervig set middle. Here comes Preen for the kill. Aspen Preen has her 11th. Good little transition game there if you're a Squirrel fan to get up by 8. 3 points away from trying to close this set out here. Serve upcoming. And that'll be an ace on the way for Central Cass at 23-14. Aspen Preen and the Central Cass Squirrels continue to head to the service line. That's Preen's third ace in the match. Into the back wall is there. There goes Sweets, and eventually a free ball over on the third by Gilbert. Central Cass, Covervig coming middle, right-handed swing and kill. Severson with her 8th, and now it's a match point opportunity here for Central Cass. The Squirrels really stretched this one out after being tied at 9 apiece. Got an 8-0 run in them, and they haven't looked back since. Match point opportunity again for Central Cass. Free ball over on the third for Lisbon. Covervig set outside. Here comes Thompson, and that'll do it. Izzy Thompson with her 15th kill of the match. In a match that goes 1 hour and 25 minutes here tonight in Castleton. The Squirrels win it in 3 here this evening. 25-10, 25-22, 20-25, and 25-14. Thompson with 15 kills. Aspen Preen added 11. While for the Lisbon Broncos, led by Wiltsey and Waletsko with 5 kills apiece. Lisbon drops to 4-16 on the season, 1-6 in Region 1 play. They head to Carrington on Saturday, part of that tournament. Back in Region 1 action on Tuesday at Enderlin. Central Cass improves to 17-4 on this season and 5-2 in Region 1 play. Central Cass also will head to the Carrington tournament on Saturday before making their way to Oak Grove on Tuesday for Region Volleyball. Our post-match show is coming up next here tonight as, again, your final, the Central Cass Squirrels win it in 4 against the Lisbon Broncos here this evening in Castleton.
Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Winter, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Hi, this is Jim, and along with Bernie, we're inviting R&J Broadcasting Incorporated listeners to join us on a tour of the Hawaiian Islands, February 22nd through March 3rd. The Big Island will be part of this trip while taking in the breathtaking views of Oahu, the Big Island, and Maui. Enjoy the perfect balance between scheduled activities mixed with personal leisure time. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ to learn more about this tour, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good students from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful, innovative opportunities for students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District, from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbon.k12.nd.us.
As we continue on our post-match show, one of our Enbridge Energy players in the match here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Joining us now again here is Aspen Preen, the junior middle blocker here for Central Cass. And Aspen, a really good start, obviously, to set number 1. Then Lisbon was scrappy in set 2 and 3, and you guys found a little bit of a rhythm there in set number 4. What did you kind of see from your team to earn another Region 1 victory here tonight, Aspen?
I think we had a lot of fire tonight. It was a big night, big pink night, meant a lot to us. And I think we just got to play to our ability right now. And going into Carrington, we've got a lot of volleyball ahead of us. And we're going to have good competition, and we just got to keep going.
Yeah, what did you kind of take from the Deluxe Burlington tournament? You come out on top, you're able to sweep Hankinson, you get another Region 1 victory, you're back on the bus, so to speak, upcoming on Saturday. So what did you kind of take from that tournament that you hope to carry with you into Carrington and moving forward here in October?
I think we just got to bring our energy. A lot of people told us we were the loudest in the gym, and I think that was true. We just got to keep going. We kind of knew this is our midpoint, and we just got to keep rolling.
What does a couple of players here tonight could talk about, a bunch of them, but obviously, what does Liv Severson, what does she kind of do for the club here this season?
Liv is a wall. She is amazing. There's no one else I would rather have in the middle with me. She's just such a good player, and she helps everyone. On my first kill, she told me where to hit it, so I'm really thankful for her.
And for you, Aspen, how much confidence does it give you having a good libero with Becca back there in the back row?
It's so awesome. I trust her with literally everything in me. I always know she's there to take those free balls, anything, and she's just such a scrappy player along with Kendra. They're amazing in the back row, and I wouldn't pick anyone else.
Final thing for you, trait or characteristic that you best like about this volleyball team. You still got a month to go before you get to that Region 1 tournament, but what's something that you best like about this year's Squirrel volleyball team here, Aspen?
I think our team chemistry. This team, we've played together for so long, and I think we just all are such close friends, and we can give each other feedback without taking it personally.
Aspen, congratulations on the win and best of luck in Carrington.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break and continue after this here in Castleton.
Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
As we continue on our post-match show, join us, the head coach here for the Central Cass Squirrels. That is Dana Stansberry here. And Dana, we were talking a little bit in between the break here with Aspen and yourself saying, a really good start to set one, but Lisbon didn't make it easy on you guys for the rest until you kind of got that 8-0 run there to put the match away in the fourth. Just kind of what did you see from your team top to bottom here tonight, Dana?
First I want to talk a little bit about Lisbon. They were scrappy all the way through. They were digging up balls that we're used to not having dug up, especially on the outside with Ava and Izzy. Other kids stepped up tonight. It's so much fun with this team because if someone is a little bit off on their approach or anything, someone else will take care of business.
Let's talk about Aspen Preen there. We just mentioned from her just moments ago. What does she just kind of provide, and what did you just kind of see from her performance here tonight?
There are a lot of things that we loved about what Aspen did tonight and what she does every day. She's got an energy that is infectious. She's a lovable kid. Character all the time, trying to boost everyone up every chance she gets. She did a fantastic job running the 1.5 runs and just putting the ball down tonight. We haven't seen her do that as consistently, so it was fun to see tonight.
Olivia Ellenson had some key times as well when you kind of needed some sparks or something to go your way. What did you just kind of see from her?
Livy is such a cool kid. She's a very intelligent young lady. She sees the court very well. She has great volleyball IQ and understands where to put the ball. She went up and swung tonight, and she got a couple line shots that were super fun, but then she also tipped and placed the ball. Again, it's that intelligence that she has that helps her be the best player she is.
Now you kind of move to Carrington here, as we kind of alluded to on the pregame, a lot of volleyball. You get on your traveling shoes one more time. A little less travel going to Carrington than Del Lacs, but what are you going to kind of expect? What do you see? What do you want to see from your club before you have an awfully large Region 1 game, on Tuesday at Oak Grove?
Yeah, so we've got a big weekend. We play a lot of really good quality clubs. We start off with Thompson, Beulah. Our pool is very strong. The whole tournament, everyone that we see now is going to be a tough team to play. We want to bring that defense that we were playing last weekend and bring that back again this weekend.
17th win of the season in 21 matches. That's a pretty good winning percentage. And 5-2 in Region 1. That's the biggest thing, right? You get pick up another Region 1 win.
Yep, that's what we want. Now we need to win out. We need to go aggressively every region match that we have.
Dana, thanks so much for your time. Good to see you again, and have fun in Carrington this weekend.
All right, thank you, Chase.
Coach Dana Stansberry will put a bow on this one next here in Castleton.
Farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop, and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial, and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
It's now time to get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. We just heard from her moments ago. Part of the process there, you can kind of have a tandem duo here, but Aspen Preen obviously had herself a really nice night. 11 kills, 3 aces, a couple blocks. You add that with Izzy Thompson's 15 kills, 4 aces tonight. The tandem combination of those two in particular were a 1-2 punch for the Central Cass Squirrels. They are our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. Maple River with the sweep of Tri-State tonight, which means Oak Grove is first in the standings at 6-0. Weimar, Lidgewood, Maple River, and Central Cass are tied then for second at 5-2. Northern Cass and Kindred are just a half game behind them at 4-2. Sargent County is 3-4 with Hankinson at 2-3. That's your top 8. Richland 2-4, Enderlin 2-5, Lisbon 1-6, and Tri-State drops to 0-7. Both teams again will partake in the Carrington tournament. Lisbon, if you can take what you did in set 2 and 3 and for half of set 4, they're going to be a tough out moving forward for some teams. Or for the Central Cass Squirrels, they will look to keep the good times rolling here this weekend in Castleton as well. And as you heard from Coach Dana Stansberry, they want a chance to earn a top 4 seed and a bye as well going into that Region 1 volleyball tournament. I'm Chase Miller. Repeat tonight's final here in Castleton. Squirrels win at 25-10, 25-22, 20-25, and 25-15 in a match that took 1 hour and 25 minutes. Make sure you go to yourliveevent.com for more high school sports upcoming throughout the weekend and into next week. And make sure you also check out our weekly coaches show on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your night. I'm Chase Miller, and have a pleasant, good Thursday evening.